I want to talk about emotional deception using the video of Mark Zuckerberg when he was being questioned at the Congress or in this particular hearing. There's a video that has come out. It's quite a concerning video, but I have a verse that I want to show you that kind of like goes with what I'm talking about here on the subject matter of this emotional deception that I'm talking about. Now, we did talk about this along the lines of forgiveness and genuine forgiveness. And in this video, Mark Zuckerberg was actually asked to give an apology. So I thought, let's layer them, take this subject and really show the growth aspect of it. And on the video, we were talking about Winnie Mashaba not saying that she was apologizing, but saying she didn't know what she was supposed to apologize for. And so that's where the conversation of genuine or giving a genuine apology came from. If it's the first time over here, do be sure to check out the other videos that are down in the pinned comments. It's the Reality Show, Daily Christian Commentary Videos. That's the name of this channel. Welcome, subscribe, follow, tag a friend, share it on your WhatsApp. Ask your friend, do they know to separate the difference between an actor, a hypocrite, or a person who is just doing so because they know that you want to hear it? The same way on the Winnie Mashaba video we asked, does she know what an apology is if she's saying that she doesn't know what she was supposed to apologize for while claiming to be apologizing? In this video, Mark Zuckerberg is made to apologize, but don't only note the apology, also notice what is asked before we talk about.
37% of teenage girls between 13 and 15 were exposed to unwanted nudity in a week on Instagram. You knew about it. Who did you fire?
Senator, this is why we're building all
Who
these
did you
different
fire?
tools. Senator, I don't think that's.
Who did you fire?
I'm not going to answer that.
Because you didn't fire anybody, right? You didn't take any significant
I don't
action.
think it's appropriate to talk about like
It's not
individual
appropriate.
HR decisions.
Do you know who's sitting behind you? You've got families from across the nation whose children are either severely harmed or gone, and you don't think it's appropriate to talk about steps that you took? The fact that you didn't fire a single person? Let me ask you this. Have you compensated any of the victims?
Sorry?
Have you compensated any of the victims? These girls, have you compensated them?
I don't believe so.
Why not? Don't you think they deserve some compensation for what your platform has done? Help with counseling services, help with dealing with the issues that your service has caused?
Our job is to make sure that we build tools to keep people safe.
Are you going to compensate them?
Senator, our job and what we take seriously is making sure that we build industry-leading tools, find harmful content,
make money.
take it off the services,
To make money.
and to build tools that empower parents.
So you didn't take any action. You didn't take any action. You didn't fire anybody. You haven't compensated a single victim. Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. There's families of victims here today. Have you apologized to the victims? Would you like to do so now?
Well,
they're here. You're on national television. Would you like now to apologize to the victims who have been harmed by your product? Show them the pictures. Would you like to apologize for what you've done to these good people?
I'm sorry for everything that you. Now, the verse that I'm going to read for you, it's Matthew chapter number 12, verse number 33 up until 35. I'll get to that verse, but I want you to note something. Mark has asked so many questions in such a short time without being given a chance to answer. And when you look at the congressman, it's like he doesn't care for the answer. It's like he just wants to ask without waiting to hear what the answer is. You see, if you listen to hear what the answer is, it might have a follow-up question. But there's no time for a follow-up question if you've concluded the questions are more important than the answers. Now, he's supposed to be leading in the road of reconciliation between the families, because behind him, the parents are sitting, the parents who might have struggled for whatever issues they had with Facebook that they were bringing him to come and answer for. But you see, if you are leading in a reconciliation, you need both sides to find an area of, reconciliation on a certain base. Here there isn't a base. The point was to bait him with enough that he doesn't have. Because you can see that Mark had not even prepared for that, because he's asked earlier on, did you guys try to compensate? And you can see Mark is almost taken back, like, who does he think I am? I'm just going to be giving people money out to, because in his mind, it's like, yeah, I might be sympathetic, but at the same time, can I have time to answer any of the things that you are asking me? Mark kept it cool. He kept calm and stuff like that, try to answer, even though we know he was going to just give scripted answers, basically. But what fascinated me about that video is how fake the politician plays for us. You see, I asked all the questions that you guys have. You see, you guys are emotionally distraught, right? I'm going to portray it. Now, as the mediator, you ought to have a carried version of emotion so that you need to carry yourself emotionally. So he is in acting mode. You can see while Mark is about to answer, he's not even looking up to the roof because he's even thinking about how to phrase the next question, more than he's waiting to hear the answer. And even while the answer is in the middle and it has not been given, you can't yet tell where Mark is going with the answer. He already has phrased another answer, another question. Now, you see, accept your acting. Like the politician overacted. Remember, he wants to pander to the emotions of the public. And so in his goal to pander to the public, he thought this narrative, if he can just place himself within this narrative and just kind of like play the role of what you would care about, it would be enough. Like South Africa is about to go to an election. And that's why I wanted to do this video really, is that can you tell when a person who's a hypocrite is only pandering to your ideas? Some people are so depraved that their ideas are sickening. Are you sure that they are not pandering to your sickening ideas? Are you sure that they are not just buying ideas or borrowing them because they don't really care for them? And how do you know they don't care for them? The action that they have after they told you this particular thing tells you that. You see, the verse that I wanted to read is Matthew 12, right? Verse 33 up until 35. Now, the verse that's most key and very heavy for me is verse 33. It says, either make a tree good and his fruit good. So you make the tree good, but make the fruit good. Notice, no, you can check it in your Bible as well. Okay, I'm reading King James. It says, either make the tree good and his fruit good. You see, the congressman here, he's trying to build on an emotion without caring for what action would come after, right? Condolences to the family, what matters. But you see, he doesn't care for that. He would rather drag an apology. You see, if you showed Mark the errors, Mark would come to an apology to the family by himself. But you see, because he is stuck, notice, it's either the tree is good and the fruit, therefore. So the fruit is what the rest of us get to see, enjoy. But the tree is good. It's got good fruit. But the tree was good, it brought out good fruit. So if you get a reaction, an emotion that does not line with the tree, because you see the tree at this point, which is the congressman, his concern is that he has asked all the questions you might have. He doesn't care that you get the answers. He doesn't care that you are reconciled. You know, some people have friends like that. A friend that doesn't care about your relationship with your husband, but wants to interject with his own ideas, doesn't care the effort of the husband, apologies or what, or you are a male friend, you only care about the absence of your friend emotion towards his family, and you don't care to nurture him back to building his family. You kind of just like allow him. You enable him into degeneracy. You see, that's the congressman. Yeah. You see all of those people. Yeah, those are all congressmen. Congressman vibes. But the congressman only cares that you see him as a person who represents your ideas. Why? The Bible says, occupy till I come. That's what Jesus said to his disciples. Unfortunately, the devil has the same thing for his followers. You see, these people are only occupying positions until the Antichrist comes, who is meant to rule after them. They are the false prophets for the Antichrist. So they are literally just occupying. That's why they don't care about solutions. You see, that's why they don't care that the tree, you see, the tree and the fruit. See, they will do this and then go do it. They will tell you that they're going to fix corruption and then go be corrupt. They don't care. It's deception. It's hypocrisy. They live in it. Bask in it. It's Hollywood for them. Some people have allowed themselves to be corrupted by politicians. They've allowed themselves to be taken up emotionally by politicians without noting the person doesn't actually even care about what you think you care about. If you actually listen and you look at them, you see, the congressman literally displayed for us what we are seeing worldwide. We are seeing people, politicians who come out, speak a certain way. Then when you look at them, you're like, but this guy doesn't really model for that. Let us not be deceived, because it is the same thing that we are dealing with worldwide. When you watch that video, remember, I know it's a bit of a complex video, but you know, us, we use trends. So we use the trends in order to build the subjects. Think about it. People that are deceptive, on what plane of thought are they? They have to just pretend they care about what you care about. Do not be deceived. It's Ricky. Subscribe to the channel. Follow. Tell me your thoughts on these particular ideas, and I'll see you in a later on episode.